Hey everyone, today we are going to solve another Geeks for Geek problem. The problem statement is check if array is sorted, and the problem explanation: given an array of size capital N, check if it is sorted in non-decreasing order or not. Non-decreasing order means that in ascending order. Ascending order basically represents that after a smaller element or after a small number, the bigger should precede the smaller number, and so on. So in this case, that after small element the bigger elements are coming, so we will return 1 from the function, indicating that the array is sorted. If you consider example number 2, we have these elements as our input, and after 90, after a bigger element, a smaller element is coming, so we will return 0 from the function, indicating that the array is not sorted. Okay, so let's go to the Jamboard and have some idea what is going to happen behind the scene. Okay, so we are over here. Let's take an example. You can say that we will be have an array of 2, 5, and so on. So we will copy this and we will paste again. This time our first element would be 9. Okay, so we will solve these two examples. First, we will solve this example, which is our example number 1. And in this example, we will first store the length of the array we are receiving in an element. Let's say n is equal to 5. Okay. Next, we will run a loop to iterate over every element of this array. So for that condition, we will use n as our termination condition, and the loop will run until the I is less than n. Okay. We will start the I or the loop from the 1 index of the array. We will not start from the 0 index of the array, because we will be comparing the second element or the second index or the first index with the 0 index. Let's see. If I of, or let's say array of I is smaller than array of I minus 1. Okay, so let's see. Our I is 1. It's here would be I of 1. What is I of 1? It is 2. So it is 2. And what is this? This is the previous element. Sorry, this is 4. So the previous element of I is 2. Okay, so the comparison will be between 4 and 2. This is not less than, this is greater than 4 is greater than 2. So the inner condition or the program will not go into the if loop, and the iterations will continue. In the next iteration, when I will be, we are incrementing I by 1 in every iteration. In the next iteration, I will be 2. So we will compare array of I is less than array of I minus 1. Okay, so what is array of I? Array of 2 is 6. Array of 2 is 6, and array of I minus 1 is 4. So it is less than. Okay, so I have made a mistake over here. Array of 2 is basically 6, but I have written down 2 over here. So this condition is true, the program, or this condition is false, the program will not go in the if condition, and the program will go for the next iteration. In the next iteration, when the I is equal to 3, let's see what is I of array of 3. It is 7. We will compare 7 is less than the I minus 1, array of I minus 1, that is 6. Okay, so this is condition again is not true, so the program will not go in the if loop. In the next iteration, when I will be 4, and I will be 4, let's see what is array of 4. It is basically 9. 9 is less than, what is the previous element? It is 7. So this is condition is again wrong. The program will not go in the if condition, and in the next iteration when I will be 5, so the program will check if the condition is true or not. That was the our termination condition. So I is 5 now and n is also 5. This condition will not be fulfilled, so the program will move after the next code that is written after the for loop. So our program will end basically and it will return true. That means that our array is sorted in ascending order. Next, let's solve this example, which is 94679. Okay, so the concept will be the same. Let's see how we can solve this. So I will be 1. What is I of 1? It is 4. And what is I minus 1? It is 9. We will compare 4 with 9. And this is actually true. So the program will go in the if condition. And in the if condition, we are basically returning false. Or we are returning 0. That indicates that our array is not properly sorted and the program will end. So this will be the basic approach we will be using. So let's go back to the code section and write some code. Okay, so I am in the code section. I will remove this comment, but here it is returning a boolean. Okay, we are given with a function name as array sorted or not. It is receiving 2 arguments. One is the input array and the other is n. N is basically the length of the array. So we will store int length is equal to array dot length. Next, we will run a for loop that will Next, we will run a for loop int I is equal to 1. We will start the for loop from the first index of the string. So we can compare this index with the previous index. And this loop will run until it is less than the length of the array. And on every iteration, I will increment the I by 1. In the for loop, we will check if the current element is less than the previous element. If it is, we will return from the function indicating that the given input array is not sorted. If this condition fails to fulfill, we will return true, that indicating that our given string or given array is sorted. Let's check if array of I is less than array of I minus 1, which means the previous element. If we consider this example, for loop will start from this index. I will be initialized with this index of the array, and the if condition will check that 20 is less than 10. If it is less than 10, then we will return false. Okay. If the for loop successfully runs without any returning condition, so we will return true, indicating that our given array is properly sorted. So let's try to run the code and see what happens. Okay, so our code is also accepted. Now we can finally submit the code. Okay, so that's it for the video. In this video, we have solved a simple problem of Geeks for Geeks that was array is sorted or not. This problem was pretty simple, and I hope you have learned something new. If you have learned something new, kindly subscribe the channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.